Welcome, guys. Let me make sure that I've got my little rack up going. So get yourself situated and seated while I go around the socials, YouTube, X, and Twitch to make sure that we're powered up. Hold on. This is making sure that you are aware of your diet, how many phone calls you've been on, how many loser user groups you've been part of. Are you only doing listening because you never get a chance to say anything? Are you spending time in a forum where you say one thing and then the moderators decide not to approve your post? So there are characteristics that can be considered statistics for you, and that your characteristics of you being a shop owner are clearly known by you because you have your own documentation. How many times you've gone live, how many photographs you've taken. Do you put products up and then bring them down? Yo, yo, yo to the yo, 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 and phew, I made it. All right, let us dance together in just a moment here. Welcome, welcome. And if you don't know the drill, we have a countdown, then we run through the prior reels. Talk to you soon. And, they just want to comment about your eyebrows or something. And it just your whole day just go it just becomes like this what in my world what's called a flaccid reality. You're just like, you got to be kidding me. I'm on top of the world right now. I am so there with it for me. And what happens, that one badass in your life, and how much they don't care, and how you have to make it be where you don't care either. So that was yesterday. Today it's more, I thought that we would make sure that this goes beyond having a task list or a bullet list of all the things that we have to do. But it has to do with making sure that you stay on it for you. It's very hard to expect that anyone else but you is the creator, the creative in the partnership. So, seeing this up against a lunar event of which we did not create, and we will never be that magnificent, that the creative might need to think always that you do not have to be the creator of everything. The color, the branding, the promotion, the words on the page, and the full intention, the face of the actual, embodiment. Of course, you buy your gifts on Etsy because you're buying for people that are interesting in your life and maybe picky, or, as they say, hard to shop for, or you are known for being able to locate that perfect gift for the recipient. So they are really wanting to reign supreme. And so they built this search engine of sorts that walks you through almost like you're being interviewed. So you're shopping for a bird watcher. You are rather sensitive. You want to make sure that Etsy favors these. So maybe this was the reason that they put the Etsy pics there, so people have a little bit more shopping confidence. and or they interested in jewelry and or stained glass, etc. So it makes it more, well, first of all, it's a wonderful little search engine. This is making sure that you are aware of your diet, how many phone. Yo, 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 there's one more reel that I'm racking up right now, so be patient with me. Talk to you soon. Okay, so I can't seem to find it. And I believe I posted it on all the platforms yesterday, but I wanted to make sure that it got racked and made part of the reels. So we're just going to take it slow for just a moment so I can see maybe what I named it. Something is crazy on my side. And let me see. And we do a check, check. Yeah, we're good to go over there. All right. Let me go back to my X then. Go back. See where it ended up. Got posted last night. Let's build a thumbnail. Okay. You don't know your stats. You don't know where you fit in. Nobody's willing to tell you. That's the one that it is. It's the nobody. Oh, man. Yeah, it starts off, you don't know your stats. Oy, oy, oy. Where is it? All right, let me see if I can find it one more time. One more time. You don't know your stats. It should be this one here then. That's characteristics and statistics. That is something different. Which one is this one? Characteristics as statistics. This is making sure that you are aware. Yeah. Yikes, 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 yikes. Oh, it's a really good one too. Where in the world did it go? Oh my gosh. You guys are going to stay with me because I know that you have these problems too. Don't tell me that you don't. Where you have something, you've named it as the right thing, and it is not in my box. It is not here. It's got to be here. Which one is this one? Well, I hope you guys saw it because now maybe I have to re-download it. Maybe. Gimme, 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 please. Which one is this one? Is making sure that you are aware of your diet, how many phone calls you've been on, how many loser users. The data one. This is making sure that you that one too. So I've uploaded that twice. Let me delete that one. Yo, yo, yo to the It's the opener. This is making sure that you are aware. Also the making sure you're aware of. That's got to be deleted. And, they just want to comment about your eye. That's the comment about the eyebrow. Etsy art admirer. It's very hard. Wabi sabi. Of course, you buy your gifts on Etsy. That's the of course you buy. Okay, so let me go ahead and because if I don't solve this, then it'll be bothering me all day. Let me go to my library, and it would have been from yesterday's show, I believe. And it's not in that library. Let's build a thumbnail. There is no way. It got uploaded everywhere too. Oh, dudes. Dudes. Yeah. I wonder if did I record it on its own? Let's get on with things. I'm so sorry, guys. Let us get on with life here. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for knowing where to show up. This is the AM show of what I'm doing. Don't have a real show name yet. We will cover motivational moments for shop owners. Isn't that a motivational moment? It's like know where your shit is. Have some good ways of keeping, whether it's your naming convention or something. I keep great diaries. I know that I did what I was supposed to do. Now the fob be missing. So obviously it's missing up here. It's probably not missing at all on my computer. It's just a matter of finding it. So that might be a good thing to talk about. Then we'll go into the daily stock chart for Etsy. I'm going to give you a brief kind of play on Dow is in a tumble right now. And we saw this yesterday happen to Etsy, but Etsy kind of survived a little bit. Not today. Etsy is down 1.99%, but we will take a look at the chart and see what in the world is going on there. The whole market is being a butt. And then we've got, what do we have here? We have, okay, now down 2%. Oops, I spoke too much. We will get into the gift mode persona of the day, which is the Lover Italia. Let me go back into it again, make sure that I've got the proper name. Yeah, Captivate The Italia Lover. But in the morning, I just kind of went Italia Lover, Italia Lover. Where is it on the internet? And there we go again. Something completely fabricated. So I'm telling you, the cover girl, complete fabrication. The persona, complete fabrication. Now, there are modifications. It's not a complete fabrication, but it's pretty close to fabrication. So fascinating that every single person has it in their mind that they just have to be so different. If you come back for the PM show, then that's when we travel through Etsy on X and we see what in the world is going on. Are people going to be? Wouldn't this be something? If X integrated with Etsy for its first trial beta of sales, syncing sales. I don't think he's going to do it with Amazon. I can't imagine that that would be it. But I think that Etsy is right in that sweet spot. Plenty of 115 million listings. We're going to run through the stats again. Just tons of stats about who comes on the platform, who buys, who's a reoccurring buyer, where the trends are. Man, they sit on a lot of data. Yep. I tried to do that data thing yesterday too, because whoa, do they have a lot of information about the buying public. So the gift mode persona of the day will be explored. And because I'm kind of off put that I don't know where that file is, I'm probably not going to be on my best behavior. if you guys don't mind. So let's bring the show card down and pick something that is more elevating. Oh, I know what it is. Check that out. That's the new ribbon thumbnail. AI thumbnail creator over at StreamYard created that for me and on the big TV. I told you it was going to be beautiful on the big TV. It is absolutely glorious. Now, I've positioned myself in a new place today, as you can see. And the reason being is that I'm about to do one of the biggest pitches of my life, and that is to have live sales going on Etsy. Yes. I've even got an overlay if you guys want a sneak peek. So simply in love with this is the last layout in the selections, and it's that lavender color that we shared yesterday for the Italia Lover, and it's just perfect. What can I say about that? So on 3, 2, 1, the motivational moment. Let me go ahead and take the banner down so I can think about this because I don't want it to be too administrative. Then you know what we'll do? We'll talk about lost things, Saint Anthony, because that's what I'm going through right now. Okay, so on 3, 2, 1, lost things. I do this exercise with a lot of people that I meet about lost money because there are a lot of people that have serious money woes that they don't know yet can't be fixed with money. In fact, there are no money woes that can be fixed with money. And the first thing that you have to accept is that more than likely you have not tidied up the idea of lost money in your life and the difference between lost money and found money. Oh, you will want to find the money. Oh, yes, you will. You will want to find that job, that gig, that chill, just a few $100s. It's only going to take me a couple hours and I'll make a couple $100s. Oh, you love to find money. You even like to ask for big money. I've been there, but never before I give. The unusual thing is that I don't live in the lost money world. So what's crazy about lost money is that it finds itself in other areas of your life. Let's say, like I can't find this file. Now, it's not about the file. It's about a series of actions that I took that allowed for the file to be lost. Nobody hacked into my system, and nobody's hacked into your system. Nobody stole money out of your wallet. You lost the money out of your wallet. Misspending, overspending, not keeping your receipts, being just a sloppy mess when it comes to your money. So even as I lose things, which I've done today, the first thing that I have, it has nothing to do with the computer. It has to be found by the likelihood that I let something last night slip through an organizational chain, an org chain in my world, didn't want to write it down, thought I had it in my head, go on with my day. Oh, I know what's going on, and then I can't find it. Not a good look for anybody. Because if you want people to know your worth, man, you've got to get a few things straight in your life. Lost things, lost keys, lost hat, lost my girl, lost my mind. Where is that darn thing? All of those things. The Catholics have a saint for it, Saint Anthony. And he's your saint to help you make sure that this lost thing doesn't continue on in your life, because it will enter your life. It literally enters your bloodstream, and that's who you are. In fact, you're the caricature in your family of someone that just can't, he never knows where anything is. I don't know, right? You've heard that. You cannot be that as an Etsy shop owner. You must have things intact and organized. So we're going to learn this through my own experience right now, because of course I want to be able to um, give you value, and of course you want to give your customers value, and when I have customers I am going to want to give them value, but I need to be that person 5 minutes before that happens, be well before my first customer happens, in order that I'm creating value for myself first, and of course being organized, having no lost things, having no lost money, for dang sure. Can't be lost money. So as I struggle with where in the world this file is, and how clever I thought that I had put out one of my better shorts, actually, because completely laughable. It's nowhere to be found. That's where we'll kind of end that. Could be, obviously we could expand on that quite a bit further. You guys kind of like this open green room kind of talks with me. Okay, so let's move on to the daily stock chart, shall we? I think that would be a great idea. It only takes me a moment to bring this up and bring him down and bring him up and put him on the full screen. Here we go. Now we have a 3 minute, right? We have a 3 minute chart because we wanted to see some activity. So we can see that the trade is what, right? It did a flat top, double top. This isn't 3 minute, but it's okay. Whether you're looking at a 3 month, a 3 year, 30 year, the um, the areas of the market that you may need to focus on, even if there's just two things: support and resistance. Support and resistance. So right now, the trade is being supported by the 243. That is support. And the resistance, of course, are these tops, a little higher top, one left to right, or is the left top a little higher, I believe. So these are lower highs up here. This is called resistance. So if you look at this, it's kind of a ping pong tournament, isn't it? It's a little vibration off of resistance, headed back down to support. Headed back down to support. So let me get into the chart itself so you can maybe see my hover up. So here's this price right here, 68.47, which was the lower high. So this was the high of the day of 66. Is that right? 66.21. We are well off of that high of yesterday. The close actually took some price up. We had a little run up before the close, and then this is kind of a trap, isn't it? Because the trade took itself short, and it's just barreling towards 253 to the 243 at 66.51. Do you guys follow that? That's kind of where it is. This is the close of yesterday. The open, the market is not doing well. The Dow is tumbling, and other raucous news, and yet we're just seeing this ping pong of shorts. And they're little traps, they're little ledges. Maybe you've got one ledge here, so it's like a ledge count. You've got one ledge here, two ledges here. This is too short to be considered a ledge, and then almost a free fall in a way. Now, there are tools. I'm not on a chart that I can share tools with you, but we can evaluate. For example, this here is where we are pinging off of this low right here of yesterday. So the low, the superior low of yesterday, the lowest of the day, is what Etsy is upping against. So the shorts were able to come in, they're taking their trades, they're going to eventually have to cover, and they may end up covering at this ping line right here. Because remember, when you short, you're borrowing against the market. When you long, you're borrowing against yourself. When you short, you're borrowing against the market. That's the easiest way that I can explain it. It doesn't need to be the only way that it's explained. So as we come down here, you'll probably notice either there'll be a little lag. What time is it too? So, okay. So it's still early. There'll be a little bit of a lag here, and it may flick off of. That sort of makes sense because we do have this one ledge here. So it may be seeking to have the third ledge. So let's just kind of watch it as we're together here. I'll put it on the 1 minute. Remember, the 243 is at a fixed. It is fixed to the 60-minute. That's why you see these jiggy jogs here, okay? That's why you see this, because the way that my settings are, it is not completing the 243 when the 60-minute closes, so that we can see more kind of really reaction to the market. So we have this low here. That was the low of yesterday. Let me go over here. That's 66.98. 66.98, and it pinged off with 4 cents. So who your daddy? Who your daddy? You saw me do that live. I hope you guys all see me do that live. Now, in some worlds, some trades, the multiples on 4 cents. This is where people live. This is where they make a lot of their reputation, are in these micro moves. And some people don't like the left side of the chart. They're constantly going forward in the chart. They're projecting, what they call predictive analysis. They're projecting. And if you talk about the left side of the chart, they're very much like, that was so yesterday. So the way that I grew up, all things matter, and all things are disturbing to my peace of mind. I get laughed at for that. I get left behind for having that idea. All things are disturbing to my peace of mind. Let's make sure that you guys can see this. We still in the 1 minute? Yeah. And it's for that reason. So we have that little hiccup. It's going to try it again. It's going to retest. If there is still market interest at the time of day that we're in, if there's still market interest, the market will come back and do it again. And that's what's called a W pattern. Okay, so it's a micro, this is just a little micro W. You can see it forming a W, can you not? Do I have to zoom in a little bit further? Can you see it forming the W? It'll ping down again. There is, however, a formation that will break through that left point of the bottom of the W, and it will float down to create what's called a right shoulder. And if that goes down far enough as it is completing the formation, it will come back up and through the apex, which in this regard is this price right there, 67.10. 67.10. So no matter what happens, if this is a formation that's worthwhile, is that the trade will float down and the shorts, then the longs will come back in to recover. But once they're over the apex, they go, ooh, okay. All right. Looks like, that was the low of the day, people, just like it was the low of yesterday. Because anything down in here, we don't have anything to ping off, do we? There's nothing. It's no man's land. Look, 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 look. Do you have anything that you can rely on? Okay, well, you've got a Fibonacci. You've got some trend lines. You've got maybe, double bottom, consolidation. Maybe it goes a little bit lower, but then boom waterfall, then boom iceberg. And all of a sudden we're looking at a low of 66.30, 66.35. 65.99. That's well below the 243, and then we're all going to be wanting to listen to Beauty Bubble. So this is a crushed formation right here. This is not to be. Remember, we're on the 1 minute, but it's okay. So that is a failed follow through. Okay, let's take a look at some news that you've been bored with the chart a little bit. We run over to FinViz, of course, and we are trading now at 67.06, down 1.97. So we've lifted up off of that 2% low. Not so bad. And we'll open up the FinVizer, the FinDizzle, and go over to Etsy. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and share this tab, even though there's all the pop-ups. We'll put aside the pop-up. I'm not going to worry about it. Everybody knows what a friggin' pop-up is. I don't need to be the mother goose of pop-ups. We'll float down a little bit so that you can see all the drawings that FinViz has done. Of course, we're in this massive pennant. Their EMAs are all situated here. They use simple moving averages. They use a 20, a 50, and a 200, and those are all marked on the chart, as you can see. And there's a lot of um, confluence, coagulation, connection, wire twisting, jumbling, whatever. You've heard everybody talk about those terms. Whole confluence of support line, resistance line, and all the mashup of all of the, in their case, the SMAs. Here are your fundamentals here. If you ever go over to FinBiz, you want to check it out. They also do something fun at FinBiz. They tell you where it is in accordance to the SMAs. They also tell you about the earnings, the analysts' actions, whether it has been reiterated, a downgrade, resumed, a downgrade, initiated, etc. Okay, so today, remember how hold on. We did the WWD, and I did a chart, and I put it in I put it over to Gemini and we rewrote it as a narrative, the trend report for 2024 with a lot of numbers. I hope people are pouring over, I hope the gurus are pouring over that. But that was the Etsy has 9 major trend predictions for spring and summer. As I said, it's a women's wear daily piece. Definitely pick up on that. Since then, from Zach's, Etsy outperforms broader market. What you need to know. Then today, Montfuli, of course, has to follow through. Here's why this magnificent growth stock is a smart buy right now. So which one do we want to go into? Let's go ahead and hit up Motley Fool. Motley Fool. And let me make sure that I'm in the right position, because what I want to do with the articles is kind of put my face over here. Here's why this magnificent growth stock is a smart buy right now, by Neil Patel, writing for the Motley Fool. It reads, the NASDAQ composite has soared 55% in value since the start of 2023. Okay. Investor optimism is at elevated levels, sending this tech-heavy benchmark to record territory. But not all companies have benefited from the strong rally. Investors who are looking for solid deals in the market can still find them. In fact, there's one magnificent growth stock that is a smart buy for long-term investors. Investing is done correctly when you adopt a 5 or 10-year time horizon. With this framework in mind, guess who? Hello. Etsy deserves a closer look. Etsy, we got to put this on a banner. Etsy deserves a closer look. Now, it will kind of look to you guys probably that I create the market. No, I don't. You just have to key into what the hell is going on around you. To be clear, the online marketplace for unique and handcrafted goods has been dealing with a notable slowdown. Gross merchandise sales, their GMS, a figure that tracks the total dollar volume of transactions occurring on the platform, totaled, here we get some numbers now, $13.2 billion in 2023. That was basically the same as it was in 2021. After experiencing a surge in demand during the depths of the pandemic, things have certainly cooled off. People have returned to normal behavior, shopping more in person at stores more often. Ongoing inflationary pressures also created a headwind for Etsy, which sells a lot of discretionary products. These struggles help explain why shares have gotten absolutely obliterated. As of this writing, they trade at 77% below their peak. But there's hope for investors who can look out for the next several years. I see three key reasons to be bullish about this business. Okay, is anybody gonna thumbs up my content? Am I the only one to thumbs up my own content? People, one factor that should excite prospective investors is how Etsy has successfully carved out a niche in the cutthroat e-commerce space. The executive team boasts that 83% of buyers say the site has merchandise they can't find anywhere else. This is a startling statistic that demonstrates the true differentiation Etsy brings to the industry. It helps the company stand out. Another reason to consider buying shares is because of Etsy's powerful network effects, a critical trait that supports the company's economic moat. At the end of 2023, the business had 96 million buyers and 9 million sellers on the marketplace across the globe. These numbers were up from a year ago, and they are absolutely higher than pre-pandemic levels. As more users come to the platform, it immediately becomes more valuable to existing users. That's because there are more potential customers for sellers, and buyers have more places to shop. Etsy's consistent profitability is the final reason it's a smart buy. This is a scaled and asset light business model that's been proven to generate positive earnings on a recurring basis. In the past 5 years, Etsy's operating margin has averaged almost 17%. Now is the time to add this stock to your portfolio because expectations are so low. Shares are selling at a forward price to earnings ratio of just 14.4. It would be a difficult task to find a deal as attractive as this is in today's frothy market environment, especially for a quality enterprise like this. The writer says, I have confidence that Etsy will eventually get back to posting solid GMS and revenue gains, which will lead to profit growth as well. This can lift up the stock price. The ongoing rise of online shopping in both developed countries and emerging economies is a powerful tailwind working in Etsy's favor. There's also heightened interest in entrepreneurship, which can help the business bring on a larger number of sellers over time. The customer's perspective, supporting small businesses, is getting more attention these days. If we look out over the next 5 years, I think, the writer writes, there's a high probability Etsy will work out as a winning investment. Okay. Well, 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 well. Well, well, well. Okay, let's stop sharing. Let's stop sharing. Oh, my funny. All right. who is ready to go shopping then? Are we ready to go over to Etsy and give it a go? I think I'm going to do a little bit of a break. I'm going to do the countdown clock because that reads as music over my transformer transcriber. I'll do another reel and then we'll get right into the gift mode persona of the day, which is the Italia Lover. Here we go. The Italia Lover, for the one who appreciates the character and culture of Italy. Let's dance. Of course, you buy your gifts on Etsy because you're buying for people that are interesting in your life and maybe picky or, as they say, hard to shop for, or you are known for being able to locate that perfect gift for the recipient. So they are really wanting to reign supreme. And so they built this search engine of sorts that walks you through almost like you're being interviewed. So you're shopping for a bird watcher. You are rather sensitive. You want to make sure that Etsy favors these. So maybe this was the reason that they put the Etsy pics there, so people have a little bit more shopping confidence, and or they interested in jewelry and or stained glass, etc. So it makes it more, well, first of all, it's a wonderful little search engine. Okay, let's get going on this. We're going to make a big discovery on the persona of the 200, over 200 personas that have been made part of gift mode over at Etsy. The Italia Lover. I did not make this up. It's for the one who appreciates the character and culture of Italy. So let's check it out. We knew from last night, friends, that the cover girl that they have selected, that is the product that is over on the right, we were not able to locate. So that's crushing right there. Number two, this idea of the Italy lover is very much an Etsy thing. Lovers of Italy, of course, and all these other twisty words. The Italia lover, not so much, which has got me like so twisted up. I don't know. God, I've seen so much marketing, different kinds too, political marketing, that how a sovereign even markets. I've seen how startups market, universities, beach towns, realtors. I've seen a lot of marketing. This idea that one would come up with something that, even though this is an SEO sort of driven machine, Etsy is, that why they would choose something that cannot be found. Now, maybe it will adopt itself, right? But we're talking about 200 personas that have to adopt themselves. That's a big. They've got to be pushing out a lot of what content and links and all of that sort of thing in order for it to be like, oh, you are so the Italian lover. I am going to run over to Etsy and buy you the most perfect gift. But that's what has to happen. So today we are going to be and act like the persona. So it starts off and it introduces you straight away, which would be common, to Italy wall art. I don't have to say it every single time we go live, but you'll notice that there's a wide range of prices and styles when it comes to artwork on Etsy. Different photography, some are clearly mock ups, others are original pieces. The next one is Italian food art prints. Now, we did learn that in the foodie group, one of the top trends has been the martini espresso. Now, that is very, would be considered very Italian. There is no martini espresso right here at all. It is not being represented. Now, it may be on their carousel if we were to move to show more, right? To show more. But certainly, whoever's on the site, and I think the percentage of increase of searches for the martini espresso is like absolutely through. It's we would love to have those search numbers. The next is Italy photography. So these are references for the tourists, and of course, some of the coolest stills are available in Italy. If you are over at, I don't know if we still have it up. Well, I'll share some of the Italian photography that we have. Okay, so actual photographs of Italy that we have, like pictures that were taken in our cameras, photographs from Italy. Okay, the Tuscan tiles. That is crazy that this is so popular. But still, yet these just ancient ancient motifs and archetypes, and of course some of them are just absolutely, you know, beautiful as gifts, really lovely things. Pasta making supplies. I can't get over that you can sell food. You can sell food on Etsy. Roller pins, of course, cutting boards, um, pasta. This one is so cool. Look at this one here. This is the Gnocchi board with a rolling pin. I'm assuming this, yeah, homemade, absolutely homemade. Look at how gorgeous that is. And look at that they did the video. Love that. I don't know if all of them have a video. I don't think that they do. I think if you have an arrow there, that denotes that you have a video. Very, very cool. Super cool. Come on over here. Here's another video. I'd love to know the numbers of how many people are reaching for the videos. So cool, especially in the foodie group. This part of learning about the persona is called, these are called action groups. Related inspiration for the Italia lover. These are personas, however, but these are called action groups. So it would be someone, obviously, if it was the Parisian, this is someone that loves to travel Europe, or they do the France, Italy tours, the Francophile, the Londoner, the history buff. Then the next action group is under what's their guilty pleasure? Do they have a sweet tooth? Are they a sci fi fan? I've got to look into this one. Is this part of the whole Da Vinci Code thing? I don't know. Do they love music? Remember, this is the Italia lover group. The Italia lover group, according to Etsy, because they want to define the recipient's interests, they would end up being a reggae fan. I think that is dynamite. All right, let's go back up and take another look. We are going to go into one of the shops. Let me see if any of you have a preference, a shop that you would like to study. And that's a 59. You know, I might be able to find it by the time. Do you guys see a preference at all? Did you see a shop that maybe you want to visit? Going to make someone super happy today. In a couple of years, when we're doing this, it's going to be please pick my shop. Beauty, please show it to your people. I think that if I was doing this, which I am, I would probably go for the coasters right over here. Not because they're on sale. They were $30.25. Now they're $25.71. Vintage Portugal tile coaster, Azuleo coaster, flower, Coimbra tiles, home decor, housewarming gift, set of 4. So they did squeeze in under the Love Italia, and there are right away. This is what Etsy does. However, look at their lineup: coasters, drinkware, drink and bar, kitchen and dining, home and living, homepage. What a deep category, right? You are in an enormous category. But here is their shop: vintage Portugal, etc. Fanky Cost home style, a 5-star seller. Let's keep going down. 233 sales, I believe that, or 233 reviews. Their shop has been around. Let's go into the shop itself. Ooh, wow, big banner. Look at that banner. Practically looks like a real store. Looks like a wholesaler. Fun costs, home decor, and personalized gifts. Welcome to. They last updated their about section, or what's called the announcement section, just a little bit ago. This is very well thought out. They have jewelry that they're pointing to your shop, to their shop. They have art and crafts that they're pointing to their shop. Instagram, Pinterest, very common for the Etsy seller to also have a Pinterest, an active one. They have 239 items. I believe that they choose the items that they want to have featured. This is not necessarily an Etsy decision. Here are all their items. Beautiful. Wonderful place to go if you're collecting one particular, especially these coasters, if you're collecting them for different parts of your home and those that you buy for. Okay. They even have a rug. Lots of blue and white, majorly blue and white if you are shopping for a particular color. This is the shop to go to with 239 items in their store. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to share this tab. Let's go back and view this tab. one more thing. I have a surprise for you. If you're still sticking around, guess what? Guess what? What? Hold on. Let me get it in. Let me get it in the right spot. Yeah. If you stuck around, see, I closed the show, but I told you that I had something that I wanted to share with you that I'm working on. This may very well be the biggest pitch of my entire life. Now you see I'm right in here, right? This is a digital download for Etsy sellers, by the way. This page is all about people buying templates and you know, mock-ups and all of that kind of thing. I grabbed it because it just looks, friendly. It looks so friendly. And okay, so you're shopping on Etsy, right? You know what the carousel, the little gifts look like and the little videos. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not going to do. It certainly isn't going to do for 2025. So, as you can see where I am in this little area where there'd be a product, I'm live right now talking to you. I am live right now talking to you inside of an Etsy page. Hello, everybody. Come on in and let's do some dancing. Let's do some shopping. Let me show you the new designs that are coming out. I can't believe we got another laser. We're starting to play around with some different finishes. We think maybe we're going to be selling our very cool beeswax wax that is made by hand in single, lovely, bespoke batches in our studio, in our workshop. So, yeah, and I might just from now on not worry about these other overlays that I've ever had. I am just going to be talking about going live inside of Etsy on any kind of discovery page. Hi, everybody. Now, come on. If I don't get a thumb, and also thank you for holding on. See, you left and then you're coming back now. For those that waited until the end, even though I closed the show, you're getting a little sneak peek. Oh, I know. I know. Every single time I've done this pitch, people have said, "You are insane, Beauty. This will never happen, Beauty." It won't happen where people are talking about stock charts. It's not going to happen with pool care. It's not going to happen with gardeners. It just isn't going to happen. And then, after all, you know, people want this kind of content. I'm simply going to put this: people want to fill the void where connection is lacking. When I first came out onto the internet, I had a website called Chart Chat Connect, where there are no gurus. You get to chart what you're looking at. We get to chat about what we see, and we get to connect with one another so that we have a stronger sense of decision making. Yep, Chart Chat Connect. The one thing, it's not how entertained you are. Don't fall into that ridiculous trap. And you probably have, right? Unless you're giggling about this or whatever, you're not interested. You don't have you don't want, oh, you there is something that you want. And it is actually my job and everyone else that decides to hit the darn button. It is on us to make that connection with you long enough so that you'll want to do it again. And it happens in retail. People want repeat buyers. You know how difficult it is to get a new buyer? How hard that is? No, you want repeat buyers. You want people that have decided to lean in and love on what you have to offer. So, we're at the last piece of this. That's what it really is. Content is not content without connection. Now, to archive who you are, I think this is very powerful for anybody to want to lift their voice. Everyone has always heard that about me. You know, when you get an opportunity to lift your voice and you can lift up and above the trolls, when you can lift up and above the trolls and that you are still there, oh, you're fighting for your throat chakra. Believe you me, I do it every day where I'm fighting against my nerves. Do I really have that thing in me to say long enough? Do I have that in me long enough to literally walk over the trolls, walk over the numbers, the quality of my stream, the level of cringe? Do I have it in me to do that? And that is the last vision of all of this. It's not the X's and O's that we see. It's the it's the X's and O with a big heart in the middle and loving and kissing and hugging and dancing and all of that. That is the content here. It's the connection. That's the last bastion. We don't do this right. If we don't collaborate with one another, if we don't share with one another, if we don't love with one another, if we don't uplift in one another, if we don't give each other the absolute best. And I am not talking about toxic positivity. I'm talking about where you are really helping one another, lifting one another up, not taking any crap, not finding yourself having to deal with people that can't spell, don't want to learn how to spell. And the only thing that they want to do is get off. They want to get off because they have not made the connection. And you'll hold on to employees, you'll hold on to friendships, you'll hold on to certain decisions you've made in your life about how you feed and fuel yourself every day. And it only means that you have lost the connection. And finding it back again, plugging it back again, rewiring it back, fixing it, fueling it, making it happen. This is where I think that this next move is going to be for all of us. So that's why I'm coming live to you inside of an Etsy window. Don't tell them. Please don't tell them yet. I'm not ready to pitch this entirely, but it's going to happen. Just saying. And with that, we're going to, I'm going to just be mindful of your graciousness towards me. And until then, until tomorrow, until actually this evening, just go out there and crush it, guys, or whatever they say out there. Go out and crush it and be it and do it and love on it and laugh a little bit and listen to a piece of music. And until this evening, bye bye now.